At least someone's keeping up.
Well, I'm a country boy too.
From where?
Nibelheim. How about you?
Me? Gungaga. Hey, what's so funny about that? You know Gungaga?
No, but it's such a backwater name.
Ditto Nibelheim.
My name is Never Chris, and this is my review for Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation Portable. Crisis Core is the Final Fantasy VII prequel. This game tells the story of Zack Fair, a second-class fighter and soldier, and his experiences with the corrupt Shinra Electric Company. On the surface, it seems like Soldier is filled with honesty and honor, but that can only last for so long. If that were so, why are so many of the top players deserting their post, and why have there been so many cover-ups? Now, despite being like watching the Titanic and knowing that the proverbial boat will indeed be sinking, there is a good story being told here. Zack is actually one of the most likable characters to appear in a Final Fantasy game in a very long time, and is characterized very well. The story is intricate and well thought out, with new and interesting characters returning among old favorites. Even if you know the end result, Crisis Core is still filled with many interesting plot twists and revelations. Hardcore fans will appreciate the attention to tiny details while learning about things like Sephiroth's personality before he went crazy and just how Eris got started dealing flowers. Sadly, depending on your stomach for pop contemporary Japanese storytelling, and by that I mean anime, some of the dialogue can be rather cringeworthy. All the voice acting is well done, which helps to soften the potential blow a little bit, but get ready for a secondary character who begins each of his cutscenes reciting high school level poetry, and some arbitrary arguments regarding just what makes a person a monster on the inside. If you're used to this kind of stuff, you might be like me and hardly even bat an eye, but I could see some other people having difficulty with this one. The overall story remains interesting, it's just that some of the individual characters may become annoying. Crisis Core tosses turn-based gameplay aside for a more action-oriented style of battle. This time it's all hack and slash, which is a bit of a mixed bag. While some people may enjoy this approach, many battles eventually boil down into attack, 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 roll, rinse, and repeat, with some occasional spamming of a magic spell. Some tactical thought does occasionally go into it, but you'll be gaming on autopilot quite excessively as well. Regardless, the controls respond very nicely, and you can customize the magics and equipment your character uses to suit your playstyle. There's another element in Crisis Core's gameplay that not everyone may find necessarily bad, but I personally find awkward and moderately useless. As you can see in the gameplay videos that I'm showing you, there's a roulette system that's constantly going on during each of your battles. This acts as a worthy replacement to the limit break system and occasionally gives you buffs throughout your fights, but it also replaces your leveling system. When the roulette comes up and lands on all sevens, you gain a level. It comes across as completely random, giving you the notion that leveling is done by chance, but then if you pay even closer attention, you'll notice just how stacked it really is. The answer to leveling is still getting into a lot of battles, but I'm not a big fan in the way it's expressed. Thanks to the novelty of multiple big-budgeted projects being related and thus having the benefit of sharing assets with each other, Crisis Core looks and sounds amazing. It is graphically one of the best-looking PSP games made so far. The music is all top-notch. Load times are hardly noticeable. The pre-rendered cutscenes have the same look and level of detail as Advent Children. It almost feels as if this game is artistically too good to be on the PSP. Crisis Core is a bit on the short side, which is one of the few tells of this game's portable origin. The story will probably take most players about 10 hours to complete, though there are a ton of optional side missions that'll round out the experience closer to 30 or 40. The side missions usually have little to do with the main story and essentially take you to a seemingly random stock map from about 10, which it reuses to have you kill mostly generic small fry and occasional bosses. It gets very repetitive, but it can be enjoyable to undertake a few here and there to reap some of the bonuses. As far as I'm concerned, and I'm willing to stand by this claim no matter how many people think I'm nuts for believing this, the original Final Fantasy VII still holds up even today. It popularized the RPG market in America, and for good reasons. Final Fantasy VII played a major part in revolutionizing modern video games, helping to turn them more into full experiences. As a fan of Final Fantasy VII, I can't say the Crisis Core outdoes the original, but it certainly adds well to it. I had a lot of fun playing this game, and I was able to care about the main character Zack. I was intrigued by the people he met, and my nerd side feels now a little more complete having experienced the Final Fantasy VII story this much further. I can't agree with all the technical decisions made by the video game's developers, but everything they imagined feels very well realized. I give Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation Portable an 8 out of 10.